He that is of great rage will be bearing the fine. For if you would deliver him, you will also keep doing it again and again. Proverbs 19:19, followed by Proverbs 22:24 and 25. Do not have companionship with anyone given to anger, and with a man having fits of rage. You must not enter in, that you may not get familiar with his past, and certainly take a snare for your soul. Again, that is Proverbs 22:25. Do not have companionship with anyone given to anger, and with a man having fits of rage, you must not enter in, that you may not get familiar with his paths, and certainly take a snare for yourself. What does that have to do with Proverbs 19:19? Both are talking about persons who are given to anger, violent anger, rage. It didn't say that a person couldn't feel anger. How you deal with it is another matter. But rage was what's discussed here. Fits of anger. That usually is towards the spectrum of violence. You ever heard of anyone feeling rage in a quiet corner by themselves? Yeah, they can throw things against the wall, break dishes, punch holes in the wall. And that's opposed to hitting somebody, they'll hit objects and break objects. And that's rage too. So if the person says they didn't damage any bones, break any bones, so it's okay. The person said they only put holes in the wall or broke their own items. I guess they think it's okay. But according to the scripture, it doesn't say that if you hurt someone or destroy property, it wasn't speaking about that. It was speaking about rage itself. That falls under the jurisdiction of the knowledge of good and bad. There was a posting that I posted some weeks ago about Jehovah God having being resentful, and also given to rage. He could do that. But as for us, he cautions us not to do that. Jehovah God knows how to be perfectly in control, perfectly good, and perfectly bad. He can control his rage. For us, it just goes from bad to worse until we pick up a gun. Either we kill someone or we kill ourselves, run them over with a car, do something else that's insane because of rage. So Jehovah God counsels us not to have anything to do with those who are given to fits of anger, fits of rage, so you do not become familiar with his paths and certainly take a snare for yourself. Become just like him and or fall into his trap, because maybe he has or she has something terrible planned for you and you're just waiting to come into a trap. It also mentions that if you bail them out, if you deliver them, you'll have to keep doing it again and again. Posting bail, posting bail, posting bail. Some people may say, well, they'll do that because that's family. But you have to realize that you'll have to keep doing it again and again. Why? Because the person won't stop. Why? Because they're being bailed out. Why? Because people think that's strength. There are people who think anger means strength, that you're not being lorded over by anyone. You're the one doing the lording. But Jehovah God doesn't say it so. The picture towards the upper corner shows people having fits of rage. And the one to the lower corner shows persons listening to counsel, exercising self-controls and habits that will help them to have self-control, being patient in traffic. And the background picture shows another person in rage. In this world, is that weakness or is that strength? Think about Micah 6:8 and then ask that question. Is that weakness or is that strength? Think about it.